Easy there, big guy. You're not...
Status report.
Status report? What? There's something you need to see, Chief. We lost. Lost everything. There's nothing left for us here. I don't even know where here is. No. Not then! Not again! We need to run!
I need a weapon.
Weapon? This is all I've got.
It's enough.
Wait, what? What are you gonna do?
Improvise. Close the door.
Oh, the main batteries are shut down. We're stuck out here. You have one bullet against an entire army. What can you do on your own?
I told you. It's enough.
Oh, so I see. They're powering up a stasis beam. We can't escape.
You work on the batteries. I'll buy us some time.
Welcome everybody, Josh here, back again today with a brand new product review. Today we're talking about Halo Infinite on the Xbox Series S as well as Xbox Series X. So, as you guys know, I'm a massive fan of the Halo franchise. I've been playing Halo ever since Halo CE as well as Halo 2, and I actually played Halo 2 before I played Halo CE and kind of went back and actually finished all the other games in the franchise. So, I've got some experience playing the Halo games, especially for the multiplayer and the single player side of things. So, this could be a review for Halo Infinite, and as you guys know, like I said before, I'm a huge massive fan of Halo. It's one of those video games that is basically like comfort food for me. Whenever I want to play a really great game that's basically is like the Uncharted or God of War franchise for me, which has basically a single player campaign to it that I can come back to and have a really good time with, especially with either friends or just playing solo by myself. I tend to come back to these games in general, and the cinematic storytelling for Halo Infinite as well as the Halo franchise in general is pretty great, even though there's some minor instances where the storytelling is kind of weak when you're comparing the 343 industry games compared to that of the Bungie era of the franchise. And the new enemy variant in this Halo universe is called the Banished, and the Banished are basically taking over the Covenant. You see Master Chief, he's awakened up from being blown out into interstellar space. You see the pilot, he kind of picks up Master Chief with sort of the opening act of this game, and then you kind of thrust into sort of Zeta Halo, which is basically the new rain world that the pilot kind of discovers, and they're basically forced to kind of go down to. You got this new enemy character called the Harbinger, which basically she is a precursor race, and she believes that the Forerunners basically imprisoned her species to doing dirty work for them, and that the Forerunners are actually bad guys in this universe, and that's kind of the reasons why she's kind of going after Master Chief as well as the pilot, along with Atriox. And I think that with the 343 Industries games, they do retcon stuff from the original Halo franchise, stuff that I kind of like, especially with the fact that in the original Halo games, especially with Bungie, it was basically about the Covenant, and the Covenant were basically religious warmongers that were trying to take over the entire universe and basically were trying to slaughter humanity as a whole. And so you saw the old school enemy types in sort of those games being the elites. You got the grunts, which are basically the ground forces, which are cannon fodder in the Halo franchise. And then you got later on in the campaign the brutes, which the brutes basically took over for the elites and basically running show show now, and that's basically something that is carried over into the 343 Industries version of the game, but with the lore that's been changed for the Halo universe. I think that Halo Infinite is that one game in the franchise that I actually had to enjoy compared to that of Halo or Halo 5 Guardians. And I think that Halo 5 Guardians suffered from the fact that you had to basically go out of your way to kind of read the expanded universe lore. You kind of had to go and read some different books and comic books and stuff like that. This game, you don't really need any of that. And I think that minus the fact that you kind of have to play Halo Wars 1 and Halo Wars 2 to understand the story of this game, there's not really that much reading that goes on in Halo Infinite. I think that's one of the reasons why I really like this campaign a little bit more than the other games in the franchise. While I did enjoy Halo, which I may or may not review on this channel, I think the fact they have Master Chief first and foremost at center of story. This is Master Chief's story, and he's once again played by Steve Downes, who does a really good job playing Master Chief. He's always one of those heroic characters that I typically look up to in terms of storytelling. It's definitely inspiring me as a screenwriter and storyteller to create and tell stories of my own in terms of world building. I think that Master Chief in general is really badass in this. He's got a couple of new weapons, such as the grappling hook. He's also got a couple of unique tricks up his sleeve where you can kind of use the grappling hook to kind of toss canisters at people, which this game does play like Destiny a little bit. So if you're not really a big fan of the looter shooter that was Destiny, where they have the hell bars and it's kind of like an RPG game where you're unlocking new gear and weapons along the way, you're not going to be a huge fan of this game. This game is open world compared to the more linear stories that I kind of like with the Bungie era days of Halo. With the 343 Industries version, Halo is open world. You can explore various terrain with different vehicles, including flying ones, as well as the classic Warthog, which handles like a beast in this game. And it was really cool to see some of the expanded universe vehicles brought into Halo Infinite with the flying variants, and as well as seeing sort of the original classic vehicles like the Banshees and the Ghosts that you can kind of zoom around in the universe in sort of Zeta Halo. And so there's other stuff to do, like unlocking new bases. You can kind of free UNCs that are taken hostage by brutes, and you can explore new areas of the map and kind of unlock new areas to discover along the way. So this game is massive compared to the other Halos in the franchise. So if you think you're going to be able to fly through this in a day or two, it might take a week or so just to get through all the locations in this game. And that's one of the reasons why I really like it, even though I'm not a huge fan of open world games in general. I'm getting sick and tired of developers thinking that open world games in general kind of need to assist because of the fact that I do like more linear based stories and I like the Bungie era days franchise. And so for me personally, I would rather just go back to the more linear days of the Halo franchise. But with the 343 Industry version of Halo Infinite, I like the fact they went back to the old classic Bungie art style. I like that they brought back some of the older characters like the elites and the grunts are still in here. While it does have newer enemy variants to fight in terms of badass bosses that you see later on in the games, especially one that's basically Brute Chieftain, who's basically a warmonger that wants to kill Master Chief and will stop at nothing to accomplish that goal. I think that this game in general is really cool, especially on the hard difficulties, which I beat this game on both heroic and legendary. There's achievements that to collect along the way as well, especially when you're going through a single player campaign, which adds more replayability, some of that of the Bungie era days of Halo. So with that being the case, I actually happen to really enjoy Halo Infinite on the single player basis alone. I have played the multiplayer, which the multiplayer does have team deathmatch. It's got the capture the flag. It's got other multiplayer modes as well, like big team battles. I think that this version of Halo is definitely something that fans have been wanting, especially longtime fans of the franchise such as myself. And I think that you can't go wrong playing Halo Infinite whether you're playing on the Xbox Series S or the Xbox Series X. And it does run on multiple different consoles, so if you don't have to go either of the newer consoles, you can play it on the One S. I played it on the Xbox Series S just the fact that I didn't have X, so I don't think it suffers graphically from those bases of kind of lowering to 1080 to kind of make sure that players on different consoles can enjoy this experience. So with that being the case, I think that graphically it's an amazing sort of cinematic storytelling, kind of like the original Bungie era days of Halo. I think that the cinematics story as well are really great. I think all the voice actors do a really great job, especially for some of the characters like Steve Downes as Master Chief. I think that the pilot does a really great job. There's a really emotional moment that takes place within the game that you can relate to even as a gamer or a fan of the Halo franchise. Got a new version of Cortana weapon in this game, that being the couple of pillars that I kind of rate sort of this game with. What do I think about Halo Infinite? I think, like I said before, it's a solid campaign experience. I think the multiplayer is really great. I hear that they fixed things in the multiplayer that were kind of broken at launch. So basically, if you went back and played this game now compared to when you played it back then, it's a completely different experience. The fact that they brought so many classic weapons and vehicles of variants from the other Halo franchises is really cool to see in this game. And I hope that 343 continues that even when they make another game in the franchise, and hopefully they stick to Master Chief as the first and foremost front of the franchise. So those are my thoughts and opinions of Halo Infinite. I really do like this game. I played it multiple times on the Xbox Series S and X. I definitely see myself playing this game again in the near future, especially maybe if I kind of go back to playing the multiplayer side of things as well. It's got that replayability factor. The one-liners in this game are pretty cool, at least some of them are. So I think that if you're playing this on any console, you're going to have a really fun time. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think of Halo Infinite on the Xbox Series S and X. Are you guys going to be picking this up for the holidays? games? Have you already bought it and are going to play it again soon? Are you a fan of the other games in the Halo franchise, kind of like I am? Let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, guys, rate, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. So.
Animals. Chief, my eyes didn't deceive me back there.
We need to go.
3 UNSC Condors. Seeing one is rare. Finding 3? It's a miracle. I should have known better. Torn apart. Completely gutted. Sleep space drives obliterated.
We don't have the time.
Over there's another. Shattered and cratered over a kilometer. And there. The last one. All of it. Crushed. Broken. Beaten. Useless.
Enough.
When? When is it enough, Chief? When we're in there? Because that's where I belong. In there. With them. Worthless junk. Not this. I'm not you. I'm not a pilot. I'm not even a soldier, a Marine. I'm a fraud. I stole that Pelican. I stole it. Do you know why? Of course you don't. Have you ever been scared? So scared that you... I'm worthless. You should leave me here with the rest of the carpets.
We all fail. We all make mistakes. It's what makes us human.
I'm sorry, Chief, but how have you ever failed?
I should have protected Cortana. Stopped everything from going wrong. I failed her. I will not fail you.
Chief. Wait. We're going to make it. We have to.
This is all I've got.
It's all we need. Our only way home is straight through the heart of the Banished.
We need you.
We can fix this.
Together.
Of course we can. Together. So, what's the plan? Let me guess. It's dangerous and it's probably going to get us killed. I have my answer. Let's do this.